Hello everyone, this is Felita Daniel, Lead Direct Sales Leader with New Avon LLC. I'm coming out to you today with a video training entitled Prospecting for Success. Now, prospecting is the number one task in which you should include on your daily activities. If you don't do anything else, the number one task is prospecting. Because what we automatically know is that if we do not have any prospects on our list in order to follow up with, then of course that means that we are completely out of business. So in order to grow your business, you must learn to prospect. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, when it comes to prospecting, the first thing you must do is look for targeted people. Once you look for those targeted people, they will become your prospects. Once you have a prospect, that prospect will then turn into a lead. And once you have a lead, that will lead to new clients and more business for you. Now, the thing of it is that, again, like I mentioned to you earlier, prospecting should be done daily. Without this one simple task, your business, again, would be closed. So you have to learn how to prospect. Now, most people say, well, where do I prospect? You prospect anywhere and everywhere. But in this particular training video, I'm going to show you how to prospect online using social media. Okay? Now, again, daily we should scout for leads online. Again, this should be something you do every single day. Now, if you are have an account with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram, these are the 4 best places to prospect. I would more than likely, for me personally, I have a lot more friends on Facebook than I do on some of the other networks. But I can tell you Facebook is really, really strict. So you really have to keep your numbers to a minimum when it comes to prospecting on Facebook. But please keep in mind you have other networks like Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Those are favorite places in which you can use this specific strategy to grow your business. The most important thing that you want to do every single day is connect with people and start building relationships. And if someone is not open to what you have to offer today, just by the mere fact that you did it in the proper manner, that will eventually lead to business for you down the road. So in this training, I'm going to show you the proper way to prospect. Okay, there is an etiquette for prospecting. Now, when it comes to daily prospecting, the first thing you want to do is scout and read the person's profile page. And you want to look for people who have similar interests in your products, okay? You want to look for people who like makeup, who like beauty, who like fashion, etc. Okay? Now, if you are not already connected to these people, go ahead and send out a friend request. More than likely, you have already connected with a lot of people on your friends list whom you did not properly introduce yourself to. So chances are when you connected with the person, you didn't say anything, you didn't message them, you didn't say hello, you didn't say anything. You just connected with them as a friend. That's not the proper way to actually network. So that's why I wanted to put this training together to show you the proper way in order to build your prospecting list. Okay, so if you have not already connected with this person, you can go ahead and send a friend request out. Okay, you want to keep a notebook with all of the prospects whom you have contacted with. You can keep something as simple as this little notebook. This is small. I personally use these as my journal, but these are also really, really good notebooks because they're pretty. And if you don't have one of those, you can just use a regular old notebook, it does not matter. A spiral bound notebook, that'll work just as well. Okay. So once you have connected with the person or you have sent out the friend request, you want to warm them up, okay, by sending them a message via their inbox, okay? And here is where you want to be really, really sincere and show your interest in them. Okay, so when you message them and after they have connected with you, they have accepted your friend request, or again, if you want to start with the friends you already have and you're already connected to, that's fine. But just understand that in order to grow your network, you're going to have to continue to connect with people every single day. So once you have decided who you want to talk to, the first thing you want to do is send them a message via their inbox and say, hello, prospect, whatever the prospect's name is. Thank you so much for connecting. How are you? And then you want to wait and hear back from them to see what their response is going to be. Now, if your goal is more specifically geared towards recruiting, then once they have connected with you, then you want to send them a message like this. It's a pleasure meeting with you. I reviewed your profile and see that we're both in network marketing or whatever organization they may be in. Find something similar that you can talk to them about. Okay. And then if they're in network marketing, I personally target a lot of network marketers. And the reason why is because network marketers, people in network marketing and direct sales, they understand the business. So I have a tendency to scout for people like that, especially since I am in leadership and I am looking for people to join my team. I have a tendency to just kind of zoom in and have an eagle's eye for people who are already active in other network marketing businesses. And then also, I also read my timeline. I look for some of my friends who post things like they're stay-at-home mom or they're looking to add to their income. I look for things like that, and those will be targeted people who I want to reach out to. Okay, so if I'm targeting network marketing people, then the first thing that I'll ask is, how's your business growing? And this is always a good question to ask if you are recruiting, because if their business is not growing, this is an opportunity and a clue for you that this may be a potential recruit for you, because this person already is involved in a network marketing company or a direct sales company. So I will always ask them a question, because the question always gives them an opportunity to respond to you and to start communication and have a means of dialogue in which you can have something to talk about. Okay, so this is how you're going to start it, by messaging them and inboxing them. Okay, then you always want to tailor your response according to how she responds, such as if she says that her business is going great, then you want to respond by saying, I'm glad to hear that it's going well. I just wanted to let you know that if you or anyone you know may be interested in purchasing Avon products or earning an additional stream of income, please keep me in mind. And if you don't mind, please take a moment and stop by and like my business page. Here's where you want to indicate or share your page. It's also a great idea to ask if it's okay for you to share your link to your business page. And most of the time when you ask, most people are generally okay with that. But when you have a lot to do and when your goal is to reach a certain number of people every single day, you want to go ahead and have it already in there. You want to have it like this information here listed like in a Word document, so that you can just paste this information as you go. And then also, if you register at my website as a customer, I'll send you a free sample. Click here and then include the link to your website. And then you also want to close that message by saying, thanks for your time, and please be sure to share your page also so that I can stop by and like it as well. Have a great day. This is the proper prospecting etiquette. This way, you're number one, you're not trying to sell them any products. Then number two, you're warming up to them, because you have to remember, in a warm market, your chances are much greater in gaining new business, whereas to in a cold market. People don't like to be sold to. So you have to do it in an indirect way in order to gain new customers and add them to your customer database. Okay, so this is the proper etiquette. Now, let's move on. Now, let's look at the numbers and see what your numbers would actually look like when it comes to consistent daily prospecting. Now, the law of average says that in a cold market, for every 10 people that you talk to, you're going to get one. So this is the reason why most people generally stop, because they don't work the numbers enough. So if you're going to prospect 5 people a day, 5 days a week, that's going to give you 25 new prospects for the week. Now, out of those 25 prospects for the week, and you multiply that 4 weeks times the month, that's going to give you 100 exposures, because this is what's called exposing your business to others. Okay, that's going to give you a total of 100 exposures, only if you're doing 5 people per day. Now, with this strategy, your success rate is generally 20%. Okay, so if you talk to if you exposed your business to 100 people, that's going to give you a success rate of about 20 new customers a month, which is about 5 people per week. So out of the 25 prospects that you talk to for that week, chances are you're going to get 5 new customers just by doing this strategy. Okay, so when you look at it per campaign, that's going to give you 10 new customers per campaign, who will place an average order with you of $25. And I know this because I've done the numbers on this, okay? So that's going to give you 10 potential customers who will place an average order with you of $25, which is going to give you about $250 in sales, okay? And at 30% commission, that's going to give you about $75 in earnings. Okay, now, we're going to step the numbers up, and we're going to look at 10 people per day. So if you're prospecting and talking to 10 people a day online, that's going to give you, and you're doing it 5 days a week, that's going to give you 50 new prospects per week. Okay. And when you multiply that by 4 weeks, that's going to give you 200 exposures. That's a lot of exposures for the month. Okay. Now, with a 20% success rate, that's going to give you 40 potential new customers per month. That's going to be on an average of 10 new customers per week. So when you look at it on a campaign basis, that's going to up your campaign sales and take you up from 10 customers to 20 customers, who will place an average order size of $25 with you, which will give you about $500 in sales at 40% commission, which will give you about $200 in earnings. So when you are really working these numbers, you can see how the potential is really there when you take action and you implement this strategy. And the reason why I know that this strategy works so well, because this is what I did when I did not understand how to market online. I consistently sat down at my computer every single day and just looked for people who I felt attracted to, and I did this method, and that was how I grew my business online. Okay, so now we'll take it even further. Now, if you wanted to do this full time, you need to talk to about 20 people every single day, 5 days a week, which is going to give you 100 prospects for the week. And when you multiply 100 prospects times 4 weeks in a month, that's going to give you a total of 400 exposures for your business for the month. And when you look at a 20% success rate, that's 80 new customers for the month. 20 new customers every week. That's a lot of customers. So for the campaign, you can look at servicing 40 customers on an average of $25, which is going to give you about $1,000 in sales. $1,000 in sales at 40% commission is going to give you about $400 in earnings. So if you are really, really serious, this is what you need to really be focusing on, okay, every single day. Now, let me give you some tips for this. This is what you need to do. You need to brand yourself and not the company. People do not buy companies, they buy you as an individual. So, excuse me, you must brand yourself, okay? So brand yourself as a beauty boss or representative, however you want to brand yourself. Make it sound cute. And this is what you want to do, is brand yourself and not the company. Order extra samples depending on what your goals are. So if your goal is to talk to 20 people a day and 100 people per week, just understand you're going to have about half of those people, maybe about 40% of those people that will more than likely go ahead and register at your website. So you want to make sure you're ordering extra samples, okay? Take a good profile picture. Don't use any product photos. I don't understand how people expect to actually connect with people by using product photos. Product photos are not personable. You want to be personable when it comes to finding and scouting for prospects, okay? Then again, like I mentioned earlier, make sure that you have a notebook to keep track of your daily activity and write down the conversations and follow-up dates and times in which you need to follow up. That's the reason why having a notebook is really, really important, so that you can keep track of all of this, because when you're trying to keep all of this in your head, there's just no way you can remember it all, okay? So make sure that you send out 5 friend requests immediately. And again, as I mentioned earlier, if you've already got a lot of friends on your list, start with the people you're already currently friends with. Okay, and then you want to connect with them by saying, you know, hello, so-and-so, please forgive me. I think when we first connected, I did not introduce myself. Okay, that's how you'll start the conversation. Okay, then I suggest going to the dollar store and purchasing thank you note cards. You can get, I think it's a pack of 8 to 10 thank you note cards for $1 at the dollar store. And in that packet, you want to include the thank you note, 1 business card, and a product sample. The cheapest and the least expensive way to go is by sending out a fragrance sample. Okay, a fragrance sample or either a skincare sample, depending on what your budget is. But just understand that you're going to have to invest something for those who do take you up on the offer and go to your website and register. Just make sure that you have your samples on hand, your business cards on hand, and your thank you notes, okay? And I want to challenge you to make sure that you go ahead and send out those 5 friend requests immediately. Take action immediately, because action is the key. It's what's going to help you build your business. And the main key every single day is to prospect, to connect with others, and to follow up. Okay? I hope that these tips helped you. I hope that this training video, you found value in this video. And if you found value, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. You know how I love those thumbs up. And also, if you would like to share this with some of your team members, please be sure to share it with other team members. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, if you have not subscribed, please be sure to click on the subscribe button as well. I want to thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate your time. I know that you could have been doing other things, but you decided to watch this video. So again, thank you so much for watching. Peace and blessings to you and much success to you. And until the next video, take care, take charge, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.